Yo, if you love Sakamoto Days, you already know action, comedy, and absurd chaos are life. Today, we're counting down 10 anime that bring the same insane energy, hilarious fights, and over-the-top fun you can't stop watching. Kicking off with number 10, Mashla, Magic and Muscles. Starting with Mashly, the anime that basically asks, what if magic existed but brains didn't matter, just pure biceps? Mash is ridiculously overpowered, punching through enemies who are smarter, faster, and clearly should have won. Every fight is absurdly funny because the villains take themselves way too seriously, while Mash just flexes, smiles, and ruins their day. The humor lands perfectly, whether it's a villain's dramatic monologue interrupted by a fist to the face, or Mash accidentally demolishing a building mid-battle. It scratches that Sakamoto Days itch, mixing high-energy action with comedy that never quits. Sure, some villains are over-the-top silly, but that's the point. Watching him bulldoze through impossible situations is stress relief in anime form. If you want nonstop laughs, jaw-dropping brawls, and a main character whose confidence is both terrifying and hilarious, Mashla is exactly what you need to binge next. Sliding to number 9, Gintama. Gintama is the ultimate chaos and comedy collide masterpiece. 1 second, Gintoki is sipping tea lazily, the next he's chopping aliens in half while cracking the worst dad jokes you've ever heard. The humor is relentless, roasting everything from anime tropes to pop culture, even your cousin's TikTok obsession. Yet, when it gets serious, the action arcs hit hard, mixing emotional stakes with over-the-top swordplay and gunfights. The show balances absurd comedy with genuine intensity, keeping you on edge and laughing simultaneously. Villains can be ridiculous or tragic, and somehow it all works. The battles feel epic without ever taking themselves too seriously, and the pacing keeps you glued. Fans of Sakamoto Days will love the mix of stylish fights and comedy chaos, plus the occasional heartfelt moment that punches right through your chest. It's messy, brilliant, and absolutely addictive. A true classic you don't want to miss. Landing on number 8, Great Teacher Onizuka. Yes, GTO makes this list. Onizuka is basically Sakamoto, but with a skateboard, questionable hygiene, and zero filter. The action is less punch and gun, and more him taking down high school chaos with genius-level absurdity. Bully? Obliterated. Cheat? Owned. Insane student plan? Crushed with style. Watching Onizuka's unconventional tactics and sheer ego in action is pure entertainment. The humor hits hard, the pranks are legendary, and somehow he solves problems that would make most anime heroes crumble. What's wild is the show mixes comedy with emotional weight. Some arcs hit unexpectedly hard, giving the series real heart. Onizuka isn't just hilarious. He's a living legend navigating madness like a pro. Sakamoto fans will appreciate the mix of clever strategies, outrageous fights, and relentless confidence. GTO proves that action doesn't always need weapons. Sometimes chaos, street smarts, and one unkillable teacher are enough to make an unforgettable story. Looking at number 7, Golden Kamuy. Sliding into Golden Kamuy, a wild mix of treasure hunting, gang wars, and insane survival. Sugimoto, aka Immortal Soldier, bulldozes through enemies like he's on a personal vendetta, and the fight choreography is insane. The story balances brutal action with moments of absurd humor, especially when it dives into quirky historical or cultural details. Villains are dramatic, sometimes hilarious, and occasionally tragic, keeping the tension unpredictable. The treasure hunting arcs feel like an adventure, but the stakes are real, and every fight scene lands with serious impact. Watching Sugimoto dodge bullets, fight yakuza, or strategize against insane opponents scratches the same itch as Sakamoto Days. Stylish chaos with high stakes and epic, overpowered moments. Even slower, dialogue-heavy sections are worth it because the characters are memorable and the world feels alive. If you want jaw-dropping action with unique historical flavor, clever humor, and characters you can't stop rooting for, Golden Kamuy delivers flawlessly. Sliding into number 6, Gangsta. For those craving gritty urban chaos, Gangsta is a must-watch. Nicholas and Warwick run a city that's basically a pressure cooker of gang wars, corrupt cops, and morally gray chaos. The action is raw, stylish, and intense, with gunfights, close-quarters combat, and strategic battles that keep you glued. Dialogue is sharp, witty, and often darkly hilarious. These characters roast and destroy everyone in their path, while looking effortlessly cool. The moral ambiguity keeps you questioning who's really the hero or villain, adding depth to the explosions and punches. It's adult-level chaos, combining stylish action with real-world grit. Sakamoto fans looking for a darker, street-level counterpart will love this one. Every episode feels like a high-stakes heist, with bullets flying, egos clashing, and humor tucked between the chaos. Watching Gangsta is like riding a roller coaster through crime-ridden streets. Thrilling, intense, and wildly entertaining. Hitting number 5, Black Lagoon. Black Lagoon is pure chaos, guns blazing, and morally questionable fun. Revy and the Lagoon crew turn every mission into a blood-soaked spectacle with style, humor, and enough explosions to make your neighbors question your life choices. Revy is savage, hilarious, and terrifying all at once. Think Sakamoto level overpowered but with zero chill. Villains are often hilariously overconfident, which makes their downfall even more satisfying. The action is relentless, but the comedic timing sneaks in perfectly, balancing carnage with laughs. There's also surprisingly deep character development beneath the chaos, giving the story heart and grit. If you're looking for an anime where badassery meets comedy, Black Lagoon is unmatched. It's a perfect mix of stylish gunfights, over-the-top mayhem, and fan service-free intensity. Every episode keeps the adrenaline pumping, making it impossible to look away. This is one of those shows that hits exactly like Sakamoto Days, but with a darker, edgier twist. Sliding to number 4, Jormungand. Jormungand takes chaos global. Coco is a weapon dealer with a grin that could kill, and often does. Watching her manipulate enemies, take down armies, and navigate the morally gray world of arms dealing is pure satisfaction. Every fight is unpredictable, combining strategy, bullets, and occasional dark humor. The supporting cast is memorable, with personalities clashing in ways that are both tense and hilarious. Some diplomatic sequences slow the pace, but Coco's sheer audacity makes you forgive everything. This is an anime where brains, strategy, and audacious, overpowered moves rule the battlefield. Think Sakamoto with international stakes and less chill. Watching the story unfold is like watching a masterclass in chaos management, and the tension mixed with dark comedy keeps you glued. If you want smart, stylish action with a cast of characters who all play for keeps, Jormungand delivers in spades. Landing on number 3, Rurouni Kenshin. Meiji Kenkaku Romantan Kenshin is pure action artistry. Himura, the Batusai, is a master swordsman with a vow never to kill, which makes every fight tense and dramatic. The swordplay choreography is insane, fluid, and stylish, keeping you on the edge of your seat. Villains are over the top or tragic, adding depth and unpredictability to every confrontation. Unlike many action anime, Kenshin mixes humor, drama, and emotional storytelling perfectly, so you laugh, gasp, and occasionally cry in the same episode. Watching Kenshin fight without breaking his vow creates stakes that few shows can match. The supporting characters add charm, chaos, and comedy that balances the intensity. Sakamoto fans will recognize the same energy, a mix of overpowered action, clever tactics, and personalities that steal the show. And trust me, number 3, it'll mess with your head in the best way possible. Sliding to number 2, Cobra. Space Adventure Cobra is flamboyant 80s sci-fi insanity. Cobra himself is charming, overpowered, and hilariously cocky, blasting through enemies with gadgets, guns, and one-liners that deserve their own trademark. The villains? Ridiculous, flamboyant, and overconfident in the best way. Every fight feels like a visual spectacle, mixing absurd action, retro style, and comedy that lands perfectly. Cobra's swagger is infectious, and the world building, space stations, criminals, futuristic chaos, is delightfully over the top. It's a wild, stylish ride with outrageous energy, perfect for fans craving Sakamoto-like overpowered antics with extra retro flair. You'll laugh, cheer, and occasionally shake your head at how ridiculous everything is. This is peak fun chaos, and if you need a break from seriousness while still getting epic action, Cobra is your ultimate fix. Finally, number 1, City Hunter. Topping the list, City Hunter is the OG of action comedy anime. Ryo Seiba is Sakamoto if Sakamoto carried a giant gun, unrelenting charm, and an obsession with women. Every gunfight, chase, and villain takedown is over-the-top perfection, mixing tension, humor, and pure style. Villains are hilariously dramatic, which makes every victory feel ridiculously satisfying. The show combines slick action, absurd comedy, and unforgettable characters in a way that still feels fresh. It's classic, high energy, and endlessly rewatchable. City Hunter basically set the standard for stylish action with humor, showing how over-the-top fun can coexist with tension and epic fights. If you want a pure, unfiltered Sakamoto Days experience, this is it. Laughter, bullets, and chaos all packed into one legendary package. And that's it. 10 wild, action-packed anime like Sakamoto Days. From overpowered heroes to chaotic comedy legends, these shows will make you laugh, gasp, and root for every absurd fight. Drop your favorite in the comments, smash like, and subscribe for more anime chaos. Stick around, you never know what insanity we'll dive into next.